So people will be wondering, Jakpa was an agent for the ambulance case, which occurred in 2014-2015. Why is it necessary to talk about his past life in the Ghana Armed Forces? How does that connect to the ambulance matter that he's doing? You people are prosecuting Jakpa that he has caused financial loss to the state, occasioned financial loss to the state relating to the ambulance matter. Okay, so if he's occasioned financial loss to the state related to the ambulance matter, stay with the ambulance matter and demonstrate how he has occasioned financial loss to the state. What is the point about his military stuff? Now, when we get to it, I will repeat the point that I've been making, that sometimes time helps us to understand people's motives and the things that people do. Now, when we are getting to this part of the trial in the ambulance case, we are now beginning to understand why some people, especially some of the accused persons, wanted the trial curtailed. And why they hired Johnson Asiedu Nketia and Sami Gyamfi without telling them the truth, without telling them who they are, without telling them their character. They hired Samuel Gyamfi and Asiedu Nketia to help the cause, to make this very political, to paint the case in political colors, green versus blue, so that Ghanaians will be divided along the political situation for the case. The purpose of doing all that, it appears, was to obscure the things that we are now discovering. Because somebody was aware that if this case travels the natural course, Ghanaians will begin to discover something that will make them very, very uncomfortable about some of the people. And this is the point. Because they knew that if the case travels its natural course, we will get to a place where people will now begin to wonder what really happened. And by the grace of God, we are getting to the place where people are seeing things that we didn't even know existed. Now, let's get to the touchscreen and check it out. So today, Jakpa and his military background came up. I put up the Evidence Act here so that, as I was saying, people will understand why it's a life of somebody. So, for instance, if you have a case with Paul Adom-Otchere, and then you can go and say that, okay, when Paul Adom-Otchere was in Presec, okay, Presec, was I at the age of majority? Yes, some parts of it not, yes. So the age of majority, sometimes when the lawyers are speaking on radio and they say the age of majority, the media try to correct them and say maturity. The language that is used in the Matrimonial Causes Act is the age of majority. It's not maturity. 18 and above is called in the Matrimonial Causes Act the age of majority. That is the time that you can make a decision. So if I've gone beyond the age of majority, they can always bring what I did once I was past the age of majority and say that this is the character of the man. Let's look at the Evidence Act. It's in section 53. Evidence of character not admissible to prove conduct. Okay. Evidence of a person's character or a trait of the character of that person is not admissible to prove conduct in conformity with that character or trait of character on specific occasion, except A, in a criminal action. Evidence of the character or trait of the character of the accused when offered by the accused to prove the innocence of the accused, or by the prosecution to rebut the evidence previously introduced by the accused. Viewers, sorry about the language, it's a bit very legal, but it's saying that the evidence of character is admissible in a criminal action where it has to prove something. Okay, so now we understand why this character is important. It's a criminal trial, and the character is coming in as aid to the prosecution to demonstrate that the accused person they are dealing with, Jakpa, has a very bad previous character, and that is perhaps what is evidencing, what is being evidenced in the trial and what he evidenced in doing what he did, which has brought him to the court. All right, updates from the ambulance.